Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's have a look over a new sensor that is a gyroscopic sensor BMG160. And let's visit the website that will be controleverything.com, and here we have to search on for this sensor and let's see what we got here. And as you can see on my screen, it's a 16-bit triaxial gyroscope sensor, and these are some more features, and also you can see plus minus 125 degree per second to plus minus 2000 degrees per second is the range in which it operates. And also a plus point, you can purchase the sensor from this website. Next, I will be interfacing the gyroscope sensor BMG160 with a BeagleBone Black and using a C language code. And to get your hands on the code, let's go to resource tab, and here comes the C code sample onto the screen. You can download this code as a zip file right from here, and also you can get the code from the repository that will be Control Everything Community, and it is from github.com. Now let's have a look over the hardware connections we need to put up together, and let's see what we got there. Well, for the hardware connection setup, the first thing we require is the BeagleBone Black, which you are able to see on my screen. And this here is an I2C shield for the BeagleBone Black. Now this is available on the website controleverything.com, and the real reason we are using this shield is to make connections easier with other I2C devices. So for that, what do we require is to gently place this I2C shield over the BeagleBone Black and make a connection just like that. For the power up setup, we require two things. The first is a mini USB cable just like this and gently insert it over here. It is very useful to power up the BeagleBone Black. Now to power up the I2C shield, we require a 5-volt adapter, which you are able to see on my screen, and gently insert it here. Now for an option for the internet connection, there are two mediums. The first is an Ethernet cable or a LAN cable, and the second is this, a wireless nano USB adapter. Next, we require our gyroscope sensor BMG160, and here it is, and this comes a connecting cable. Now make the connection among the cable and the sensor, and make sure that the ground terminal of the sensor should be connected to the brown wire of the cable, and similarly to the ground of I2C shield. Now we are done with the hardware connections. Now let's have a look over the code and let's see what we got there. Now what we require is to interface the code, and for that the first step is to log in to github.com, and here we need to search on for the repository that will be Control Everything Community. Now get here, and this comes the sensor BMG160, and here comes the C code. But before that, let's have a look over the instructions part. As you can see, we have to set up our BeagleBone Black, and this link beaglebone.org is the official link from where we need to install all the relevant drivers and connect it via USB, and everything need to be performed carefully. After getting the installation correct, we need to download or git pull the code onto the BeagleBone Black, and this command will compile the C code and this will run the C code. Note them down. I get it back to the C code, as you notice, and it's a .c extension file, and the first thing you see that we have included some of the header files here, libraries here, and the void main function. We have to check whether the I2C bus is open or not, and the address of the device is 0x68. Now coming to the writing section part, we are going to select a range register that will be 0x0f, and the command we are going to set is for config full scale range 2000 degrees per second, that will be 0x80. The writing command is here. In the next writing command, as you can see on my screen, we have to select the bandwidth register, that will be 0x10, and the command we are going to send here is to set the bandwidth that for 200 Hz it is equal to 0x04. Then we have a delay of 1 second, as you can see, and after that we are going to read 6 bytes of the data from the register 0x02. It's the gyroscopic data for perpendicular axis x, y, and z. Then we have the conversion of the data, as you can see on my screen. It is the conversion, and we have used some of the formulas which were described in the data sheet for BMG160. At the end, we have the output to be displayed onto the screen, which means we have the rotation in x, y, and z axis. The raw values are there on the display. Please do it carefully. Now what do we require is to show the working, and let's proceed. Alright, now let's have a look over the working part, which is to check the practicality of the sensor along with the code, and for that we need to copy the entire code, as you can see on my screen. and here this is the step, and we open up the terminal for the BeagleBone Black, and here we create a new file. As you can see on my screen, it's a .c extension file, and here we have to paste the entire code as you see, and after that we have to save it. Now for the compilation, this is the command, and let's see, we have this, the command is there and the code has been compiled successfully. Now for the working part, to run the code, this is the command, and we have the rotation in 3 perpendicular axes, x, y and z. When I again run the command, the values are almost there, which means there is not a much rotation or angular acceleration. But when I try to rotate or move the sensor, the changes are reflected onto the screen, which means we have the rotation in x, y and z axis, and they are different from the previous values because the sensor is in motion. The angular acceleration is onto the feature, it is an important feature, and we have the values reflecting the angular acceleration. So this is how the sensor works. Now let's see what are the applications and benefits. The BMG160 is an ultra small digital 3-axis angular rate sensor with a measurement rate up to 2000 degrees per second and a digital resolution of 16-bit for consumer electronics applications. The BMG160 allows low noise measurement of angular rates in 3 perpendicular axes and is designed for use in cellular phones, handhelds, computer peripherals, man-machine interfaces, virtual reality features, remote and game controllers. Well, you can have this sensor and you can purchase it from controleverything.com, and you can get the code from resource tab. From this site, you can download the code as zip file. Also, you can get the code from github.com, and the repository there is Control Everything Community. In the end, I would like to make it clear that if you have any doubt regarding any part of this sensor or video, you can have your queries on controleverything.com, and you can post your comments on the community page on this website. For articles and blogs, you can have a look over on instructables.com, and to subscribe more video tutorials like this, you can have a look over our YouTube channel. In the end, I hope you enjoyed this video and had a good one yourself. Thanks a lot for watching.